Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and you might or might not have seen yet, but one of the new products in the new catalog that came out in June of 2017 was embossing paste, and it is so much fun to use. There's so many different ways to use it, but you might not have realized that you can make your own masks. So in this project, using Coffee Cafe for Stamps in the Mail Club, I have created a mask using the Coffee Cups framelit set. And for one of the club projects, the one I'm showing you now, you're going to see how I've used the embossing paste to make the fun whipped topping. So let me give you some tips on using your dies with your embossing paste and how to put the Stamps in the Mail Club card together. And we'll get stamping. Okay, so for this one, we actually need to cut a mask. So I'm going to grab from my Coffee Cups framelits, and you can add these to your Stamps in the Mail Club kit at a discount if you want to, or everything comes pre-cut, and actually this part is done for you in your kit. So when your kit comes, it'll look like this, and you'll have a piece of cardstock with the embossing paste already done on it. But I wanted to show you this part because it's just so much fun, and I know you're going to want to do your own embossing paste eventually. So grab my Big Shot. Grab my piece of cardstock. Now when I did these for Stamps in the Mail and got them ready for everybody, I actually, whoa, we have like an avalanche of supplies. I actually used a piece of window sheet, and I cut the shape out of a piece of window sheet so that I had a mask that I could use over and over again. If you're only doing 1 or 2 cards, just go ahead and use cardstock. It's good for maybe 2, 3 at the most. And it's inexpensive and easy, and I don't know, then you have a green whipped cream to use for something. Okay, so now I have my mask made, and for this I'm going to place it here on my piece of cardstock, and you can kind of use your die cut pieces to give yourself an idea of where you want your placement to go. So I might kind of hold this and say, oh yeah, okay, about there. You can also use just a little bit of adhesive to hold that in place if you want to. We'll live dangerously and just go freehand. But this is the embossing paste. It is a pretty good sized container actually. I'm still on my first one, and I've done a whole bunch of swaps and classes and things with it. The embossing paste inside is lightweight and kind of looks like, somebody said it looks like skin cream. And then the other thing you're going to want with it is the palette knives. And different palette knives kind of go for different purposes. This one is my favorite. I just like the way it works. I'm going to pick up a little bit of paste, okay? And I'm going to wipe this across my card. So when you do this, you want to get enough paste on there to cover, but I kind of like to leave texture in. So I'm just going to press it down into the mask. Don't let your mask pop up or shift because you'll get a smear. And I'm just going to get it across there so it's mostly covered. And then last thing, I'm going to use the clean edge of my palette knife to wipe across. All right, see that little bit right there where it's not exactly the same? I love that. That's what I'm leaving. And when I pull this up, then I have my whipped cream ready to go. And you could do this again if you worked pretty quickly. You could do another piece with this. Otherwise, it's disposable, and you can wipe extra embossing paste back on the side. So make sure you keep this capped tightly when you are not using it, and make sure you go wash your palette knife right away. This stuff likes to dry really fast, which is great for stamping, but if you're getting it on things like tools, you're going to want to wash them right away. Don't wait. Okay, so through the magic of television, it's all washed and ready to put away, and we can set that aside. Love the embossing paste. You can also color it with your reinker. You just mix a little bit and get it colored whatever you want. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, so back to our card. I'm going to use my Early Espresso Stampin' Spot, which is included in your Stamps in the Mail Club kit, and give us a coffee bean background. I feel like I dream in coffee beans. I don't know, seriously, I can hardly make it through the day without coffee. Okay, so we have that set, and this is going to get folded and placed onto our piece of garden green cardstock. Now, when you are using cardstock in this direction, you have to fold against the grain, which means you can't just fold it. You must score it first. So I have my Simply Scored tool, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up and score at 5.5 and place it down I keep my Simply Scored tool handy all the time. So you know me, I don't score unless I have to, but you have to on this. So, all right, so this is just a little bit wet, so I'm not gonna stick it down yet. And actually, before I do that and get ahead of myself, I have a piece of the Coffee Break Designer Series paper. Love this. It's just fun colors and fun patterns, and I'm gonna attach this down here near the bottom of our card. Okay, and then I have a piece of the shimmery ribbon. Isn't that pretty? It's just, I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this around here and just end it with a knot right up here on the side. So we have that. And my hands are still wet from washing the palette knife. I probably should have dried them better, but good thing cardstock dries, right? Or it just looks like more coffee beans. Okay, so I have that tied on there, and now I can go ahead and stick it down. This is probably, let's see, oh, it's a little damp, but pretty good. And I'm in love with fast fuse these days. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and do my fast fuse. Remember, if you're thinking it gets stringy, remember when you get to the end, then with just no pressure, you're just gonna slide to the side, and that breaks the string of adhesive, so you get a really nice adhesive strip with no like stringiness away from it. Okay, so I've got that set down. Now we have this awesome die cut cup and this awesome stamp that matches it. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink this baby in Early Espresso. Happiness is a cup of coffee with a friend. I love that. Just nice. Makes me want to go get a cup of coffee right now. So. All right, so then, and you can stamp upside down. This one's actually tight enough in that I like to use it this direction, but hold the phone. I'm going to grab my paper piercing mat first so that I make sure I get a nice contact, especially on an image this large. Okay, so that I have that there. So our happiness is our cup of coffee shared with a friend. The other pieces in here that you are going to want to stamp are the little coffee beans. You'll want to make sure you got them facing the right direction because they'll only line up with your coffee beans one way. Let's see, which is this way. So I'm going to stamp this one upside down though, put the coffee beans on there, use a block to press them down, and we have our stamping ready. And then these pieces all go together here with one more fun element from our corrugated shapes. I'm going to grab this heart here. And let's put our card together. So Stampin' Dimensionals here on the back of our cup. And then this gets pressed down here just below where our embossing paste has it sitting. And then this green piece here I like because it just helps to anchor the bottom of our cup. And I'm going to slide that underneath there. I'm going to tuck that ribbon under there too so that it's not in the way. I'm going to grab a Stampin' Dimensional to put on the back of our corrugated element heart. And then here Stampin' Dimensional would be too big, so I'm going to grab a mini, da-da-da, love these things, mini Stampin' Dimensional and pop on the back. See, isn't that just the cutest, perfect size? And pop it at the bottom of our card. All right, so there we have our finished Stamps in the Mail Club card. Really simple way to use the Coffee Cafe stamp set and embossing paste. So I know you're going to run and get your embossing paste ordered. Don't forget to get the palette knives at the same time so that you'll have the pieces that you need. You can make your own masks. You can order the masks that are designed to go with it, which are also a great way to do backgrounds and so forth. But go ahead and pull out your pre-done pieces for Stamps in the Mail Club because you won't need your embossing paste to do those. They're already ready to go for you. So thanks so much for stamping with me by mail, and I look forward to sharing more projects with you again soon. Happy stamping!